right.
We're in the winning business.
And
If you ain't winning, you ain't got no damn business
in
up in here.
One love, baby!
Yeah!
What's going on, y'all? This Cop Pizzle. What an unbelievable day today was. The first day of 2023. And the Giants are in the playoffs again. I mean, it's I took some time after the game, made my post-game video literally like 10 minutes after the game, and I just wanted to I'll get to saying hello to everybody in just a second. I took some time to process the last few hours about the feeling of this. And I started thinking about all of the fans out there that maybe they root for teams that are always really good, and the playoffs are just something that you get used to after a while. Becomes a normal thing. And for me, I think there was a time period there that I kind of took the playoffs for granted. Some of those prime Eli Manning years. You know what I'm talking about. And I started to feel the last few years I started to feel how I felt in the 90s. And it was just, oh, I don't know. I don't know what's ever going to happen to us again, or maybe this is just what our organization is at this time, and maybe I should just be happy with what I got to see, and when I was a kid, and when I got just kind of almost in some ways becoming a Cowboys fan, where it's like all of your great memories were like in the past. You know what I mean? Like it just it's that feeling of um yeah. Sorry about that. My mic cut out. This feeling of that, just the past was, just what I was going to be able to enjoy when it came to the Giants. And so, anyways, also the last several years has been really, really hard on me as a content creator, because I didn't like the message that I was getting from other content creators. This negative, it had felt like a lot of the positive people had left, and that a negative bunch had rolled in and replaced them. And I still was in the positive bunch, but there really wasn't many positive bunch people. And um I've always taken negative Giants talk, regardless who it came from, personal, for no reason at all. You know, that's just the way I've always been. I don't know why. I don't know what does as if I'm the only person that's a Giants fan, right? I mean, it's silly to be that way, but it's just how I've kind of been. But anyways, just to be frustrated with people wanting to tank and wanting us to lose and say they were Giant fans, and saying that that wasn't the right way to be, and that I wanted to be this way. And, you know, fast forward to today, you know, this we're back in the playoffs. And so if you're a Giants fan, you know that in the playoffs, anything can happen. I have been It's so funny because I have watched the Giants be, one of the best teams in the league and get bounced in the first game that they played in the playoffs, and I've seen the Giants be one of the middle of the road teams in the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. So, this idea that, "Oh, well, you guys won't do anything," if you've been following Giants football as long as I have, um, it's it I I I can't call it. You're right. I'm not gonna sit here and call it at all. Um, to me, nobody can tell me anything on what the Giants will do in the playoffs. I know that for me, I don't give a damn really who we play. I know today there was some movement in the standings where the 49ers would be second, and the Vikings are now third, and so that would mean that we would play the Vikings. And sure, I like that matchup for us a little bit better than the 49ers. Personally, I want to play the Eagles in the playoffs because I want to go to that game. So in some selfish way, I want to go to Lincoln Financial Field in the playoffs wearing my Giants gear. And I feel like that would be a life experience that I would only experience maybe I could only experience a few times in my life, and I want to go ahead and experience that. So for me, I want to play Philly at some point in the playoffs, and I want to go to the game. So that's what I'm feeling right now. I have some great content ideas that I think you guys are going to enjoy the next couple weeks. And as I've stated, this is going to be it for me. I will uh, be closing up my YouTube at the end of the season, and that's really hard on me, to be quite honest with you. It I don't. It's hard for me to say goodbye to this, um, but I have to, and I'm just really glad that the Giants are fit. Doing what they're doing. I'm just really thankful for this season. And um, yeah, I've been dealing with some things off of YouTube that that's an attack on my family, and I don't I it's just not it's not worth me putting them in jeopardy, and I don't make the money that a lot of the other YouTubers make on here, and so it's just simply not worth it. Um, but it's been really great to share my fandom with all of you guys, and I'm really I'm really just thankful that we're going to the playoffs, you know? And so I want you guys I wanted to make I wanted to do this live for you guys and tell you how thankful I am and that um we're going to make some great content to close this season out. Um you guys you guys have meant a lot to me. and you've watched some. I've given my best creative. Um, I've given my best creative thought process that I could possibly give in order to bring uh, a different viewership to football content. And so, in doing so, I had to maybe hurt some feelings and say some things and this and that, but um, it's always been just about supporting the Giants and being the best fan that I could possibly be, and at the same time, not really caring so much about views and money and all the um, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, just all the phony things in life. You know what I mean? Like it's, likes and these things like that. I seems like that's all of our society wants nowadays is, you put a post out there and you want a million likes on it or something. But yeah, I just, just made content that was different. And I've worked really hard to put out really good stuff. And some people put out better stuff than I did, I shouldn't say better stuff that you guys liked more, and so they got a little bit more recognition, and maybe they did a better job. I don't know. Um, I'm not real sure, but anyways, I just wanted you guys to know that the end of this season means a lot to me, and so no matter what happens, uh, no matter what happens, I'm just thankful that this is how it's gonna go. Um, but yeah, I've been kind of having to deal with some things off of YouTube, and it's some really bad stuff, and um, I'm just worried about my family, and I just want to make this content and um give you guys a good closure on the whole deal. So, with that being said, you know, really proud of Daniel Jones. Um, it's so funny because in the last, what, maybe 15 years, 16 years, um, there's not been a player that has been a bigger pickup for the Giants since Eli Manning, right? I mean, Eli Manning was the last greatest pickup we ever had, and Danny has been that. And then, to watch Daniel go through, being drafted by the Giants and criticized where he got drafted, and then have this uh, coming out party when he replaced Eli, and then to have the support, then to not have the support, and then to be this almost political figure where it's like one side of the fan base is s- supporting him and the other side's not. Um, it's just great to see him carry the Giants to the playoffs and to have all these things this year in what's supposed to be a meaningful year for him. To see so many receivers go down, and he just keeps playing his game, keeps playing hard. You know, People want to compare quarterbacks in the NFC East and say, what is he compared to Jalen Hurts or Dak or stuff like that? But I don't think all that stuff's really fair when you consider who's playing with who. And, to watch Danny today basically take um, the whole damn offense and put it on his back and to watch him carry the Giants into the playoffs. was amazing. And someone like me who's been very outspoken about supporting Danny, even supporting guys like Darius Slayton. Um, it's just great to see guys like them succeed. I know Darius Slayton fumbled today, which sucked, but um, it's just really great to see guys who I supported. And really, here's the thing about that. The only reason I supported Daniel Jones like I did, or supported Darius Slayton like I did, or any Giant player for that matter, is because that is the year's worth of experience that I have of being a Giants fan. Uh, I've seen this before. I've seen what a real New York Giants player looks like, and I've seen what a non-New York Giants player looks like. And to me, when you look at the history of the Giants, it's so funny. I want to talk about Isaiah Hodgins because somebody said something earlier that I completely disagreed with. But when you look at Daniel Jones, there's not been another quarterback in the history of our organization, our franchise, who has had the kind of talent that Daniel Jones has. Now, let me say this. I understand Fran Tarkenton was a great scrambler, but Daniel Jones clearly today showed another example that he's the best quarterback to ever leave the pocket for the New York Giants. He's the best pure running quarterback we've ever had. In terms of throwing the ball, Eli Manning was sensational. Eli Manning is still the GOAT, just like Tiki Barber is still the GOAT for running back. But Daniel Jones can make a lot of the throws that Eli Manning made. The only difference is Daniel Jones has yet to have his Plaxico Burress. He's yet to have his Hakeem Nicks. He's yet to have his Jeremy Shockey. You get what I'm saying? He's yet to have those guys. He had Evan Ingram who couldn't hold Jeremy Shockey's strap. Okay, so that's just facts. But Daniel Jones, in terms of all the quarterbacks that's played, and again, I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not saying that at all. But when you look at the history of the Giants, and you look back from the beginning all the way to now, Daniel Jones is up there among some of the best. In terms of like Darius Slayton, I heard today somebody said Isaiah Hodgins was a poor man's Amani Toomer. That is the biggest bunch of fucking baloney and nonsense. That's what Darius Slayton is. Darius Slayton is a poor man's version of Amani Toomer. I don't know how. Well, let me say this. Matter of fact, I think Darius Slayton might be a more comparison to Ike Hilliard than Amani Toomer, but I still feel like they're very similar. Isaiah Hodgins' game is not Amani Toomer. So, nevertheless, somebody just said, Tony just said, "Why are you roasting Bad Dog?" I'm gonna tell you why I'm roasting Bad Dog, because I have made some mentions of it on Twitter. Bad Dog's part of this a lot of the problem that you see on YouTube today. Because I feel like Giant fans should do a better job of supporting Giant players. And when you come out the start of the year, and you accuse Giant or Daniel Jones supporters of being part of a cult called Jonestown, as if your knowledge is more superior than those that are supporting Daniel Jones, you can kiss my black ass. I mean, that's what you can do, because I would expect that Bad Dog, who is supposed to be a Giants fan just as long, if not longer than me, I would expect him to know what a New York Giants football player looks like. That's what I would expect from him. If a guy's on here that's 18, 19, 20 years old, and all he's ever watched is the last decade of Giants football, I can understand the difference in him. I can understand him falling flat on some giant takes, but I would expect Bad Dog, who is up there in age. I'm not calling him an old man. He looks great for his age. I would expect his knowledge to be a little bit higher than what it is. And when you um I lost my train of thought. When you Oh yeah, when you have watched the last 2 seasons prior to this one, and you have seen this New York Giants team fall flat on their face when when Daniel Jones has gotten hurt. I would if you've played sports before, if you've played in rec league, high school sports, maybe some of you might have played in college. When the best player of the team got hurt, the team did not do anything else. In no matter what sport, basketball, baseball, football, doesn't matter the sport. If your best player gets hurt, your team 9 times out of 10 is gonna fall on their ass. And so, here's the deal. Daniel Jones got hurt. The team fell on their ass. Got to the point where it was so embarrassing, they were doing QB sneaks. And here's the thing, is I had to listen to other people. I had to listen to other people, um, say that, well, Daniel Jones doesn't elevate anybody. Well, obviously he does. You know what that sounds like to me, Tony? That sounds like what I heard for 16 years watching Eli Manning, that Eli Manning wasn't elite. I don't give a shit if a quarterback is not elite or not. I don't care. Does he win? Does the team get to the playoffs? Is he the best player on the team? That's all I care about. Like, I don't understand what is the what is the I don't get it. I don't understand why people are so infatuated with trying to find the next Pat Mahomes or Justin Herbert. I don't get it. Like, you're gonna spend year after year after year trying to find that guy, and you've got somebody really talented in Daniel Jones. I mean, you really do. You've got someone really talented. I don't know how you don't watch today's game, see the way he threw the ball, see the way he ran the ball, and not say, "Shit, man, this guy's really good." So, I don't know how you don't see that. You know, I don't get it. So, but anyways, back on my spiel here. It's just been really good to see guys who I bought into as a fan, see them succeed. And look, I'll tell you this. I'll be the first to tell you, I did not I was very unsure of Kayvon Thibodeau. I was very unsure of him. But I have to eat some crow about this. I don't Kayvon did not look this good at Oregon in college. I don't think he did. Kayvon in the month of December, and maybe it's because Aziz has gotten back, but he looks like a fucking monster out there. He looks like an absolute Kayvon looks like an absolute monster out there that he I mean, today, that hit he put on Foles was just vicious. And I was very here's what I thought Kayvon was gonna be because I said this the night that he got drafted. I thought that he would be a good player, but he would not put up the numbers that Giant fans would expect him to put up. I thought that the casual Giants fan would expect him to play at the level of um, of Micah Parsons, and I didn't think he was going to do that based on what he did at Oregon. Yeah, he was. No, D, listen. Yes, he was a beast in college. I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm not saying he wasn't a good player in college. Um, he was good, but I think he's better now than he was in college. That's what I'm saying. He has elevated his game from the college game. And so I didn't see, um, I just didn't see Kayvon being this kind of player. So he's proven me wrong. Um, Landon Collins today. I never thought I would see Landon Collins get an interception and take it to the house again in my lifetime for the Giants. I never thought I would see that. I never thought I would see that again. And for him to do what for it's like when Landon, not that the game wasn't already over, but when Landon made that play, uh, when Landon made that play and took the ball, took it for a touchdown, I knew the game was over. I was like, "This game's over. We're not losing this game. This shit is over." So, listen, Tony, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, but you need to stop. You need to stop. Okay? I'm not here to beef with any giant content creators. I'm not here to beef. Don't come on here and say false things. Don't do that. You're messing up my vibe. All right. But anyways, but yeah, let's what's up, Carlos? If you guys want to say hello, holla at me. I'll put you on the stream. Say what's up. But I'm just really happy that the Giants are back in the playoffs. Can't wait to see who we match up with. As far as the Philly game goes, I don't want to burn through any content, some ideas that I have. I've got some great content coming out. Like I've got some great ideas. Um, um, but I can't wait to I just can't wait to put that stuff out there. Have you seen the Kayvon Snow Angels next to? Yes, I loved it. I loved it. And you know what? Honestly, let me say this. I think that Kayvon might be a Pizzle guy because if you remember my video on Friday, I requested that we break some Eagles royalty in half, and Kayvon did, and he did some Snow Angels to next to a dead body. He might be one of my all-time favorite Giants now. I mean, seriously. Who does Snow Angels next to a dead body? Thought it was great. Yes, I would, Jersey. That'd be great. Yeah, I hope so. Carlos, I may do a call. I've really got a lot of content coming out this week. A lot of content. I have not seen the spread. Are they really favored by 13.5? I'm guessing that they're expecting the Giants to rest players. What's up, AJ? I'm broadcasting from my mother's basement. At least that's what most people think. I think I just talked about this, but I thought it was. Look, is Nick Foles dead? No, he's not dead. So he'll be fine. It's a game of football, bumps and bruises. He's not seriously injured. We can have a laugh at a man's pain. He gave us Giant fans enough pain as it is. Probably what I'll do, Marcus, is I will probably make a post-game video of our last one, then I'll make one more video after that. And then that will be all she wrote. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you, buddy. Yep. Yeah. Why Tucker? DJ for president would be nice. Should we rest Barkley? I don't know. Kick the Eagles while they're down. Yeah, it's actually some karma coming back around. Is what I find it, the way I see it. Your Giants will play the 49ers. Even if they do, I don't care. Bring them on. Let's see. Keeping the Faith obviously wants the 49ers to be the number 1 seed. Yep, Kayvon's a beast. Yeah. Yeah, he is definitely elevated to a 60-minute man in my book. Yep, dead body. I have to think about it, Carlos, on doing a call-in show. I got a lot of content ideas, and when I can make the content and the time to do that, we'll see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, if so yeah, it right now as it sits, it's Minnesota versus the Giants as it sits. Which, I would love a matchup against Minnesota again. I really would. See, Pizzle, how nice is it that the Eagles have the Saints pick after today? That's the cherry on top. I'm not talking about the draft. I don't know. That's gonna be part of my videos this week. I gotta think about how I really want to I've really as far as today has gone, I've really just processed our win and the excitement of the playoffs. I've been thinking about next week and what I personally want and what I personally don't want. I know one thing. I don't want Daniel Jones to get hurt. But at the same time, payback's a bitch, you know? Yeah, I haven't done the all 22 cuz I didn't think the all 22 streams were doing very well. I just didn't think they were getting the reaction that I wanted. And honestly, I'm going to tell you something else. I'll give you some insight, Carlos, and for those that are watching. I wanted to do so the plan was for the all 22 streams was to start doing them and then bring some other content creators on. And uh a lot of the giant content creators were I don't know if afraid is the word, but they were not willing to work with me. They were not willing to do a stream with me. I had Tommy's takes come on, but some of the other content creators I reached out to, some big names, and they just were not willing to do it. So I'm not going to say who, but I wanted to do some all 22 stuff because I thought it would be fun to put that content out. And guys, they just didn't simply want to do it. So I even had one guy who was who has a lot of subscribers, gets a lot of clout on here, literally asked me, "What is all 22?" And I said, "Fuck." So, cows, I can't wait for yeah. I mean, listen, playoff pistols a little. I'm not gonna lie, playoff pistols can be a little cheesy, but he's coming. See, I think we should start everyone and see how it goes. Okay. I want revenge on the Vikings. I do too. I'm actually glad now we lost to the Vikings because I think there's going to be some extra motive there. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. See, Fro's got the almost got the Mike White treatment. The Giants are lined up to play the Vikings right now in the wild card, but it could change next week. It's hard for me to see Cardinals beating the. Yeah, I don't see that happen. Cardinals have lost games in heartbreaking fashion. Heartbreaking fashion. Listen. Please rest your starters, Cop. Beat Philly, so my Niners get number 1 seed. Okay. Let's see. I hope you leave your channel and videos up. I'd love to watch some of your older videos and post it. I plan on doing that. I'm let me it's not the I could see myself making content again, but it might be years from now. I just don't know when. I just don't know when. But I'm not gonna, close my channel down. It's just gonna be it for the time being. And so, um, I don't like to talk about it, but it just it's just something that needs to be done. And but it doesn't mean that, who knows what YouTube is in 5 years. Who knows? But we'll see. Go Big Blue. Yep. I see. Pizzle, if the Giants are really, really good next year, any chance videos I'm gonna miss? No, probably not. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate the kind words, guys. I honestly do. They will play starters. He should be fired. I don't. Let's easy now. What? That's not nice. That one guy would be nice if we won it all. Grab some. Appreciate it. Please be okay. Chris, you think that Vikings are easier to beat than the Niners? Okay. Niners did not play good today. I know that. I don't know. I don't know, Ken. I'm gonna figure that all out as the week goes on. KT Sack had me thinking, boys in the hood, y'all want to see a dead body. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, Jahadi Ward was a big pickup, man. He's been great for the Giants. Obviously, Kayvon came back, has limited his role, but he did a great job for us. Um, while he's out. Omaze. I'm thinking that's the old Omaze. What's up, old friend? You should bet Philly 500 to get the belt back. I'm sure me and Philly 500 are going to do some business. I would prefer to play Philly 500 in the playoffs, but Omaze, I know he's been on here probably since I started. Uh, Omaze, I will say I miss the old YouTube. Um, A lot. There were some really talented individuals that made content back in the day who are not here anymore, who don't make content, and I really feel sorry for those that are around today that miss out, or didn't get to see that content. There were some great Eagle content makers back in the day. Appreciate that, Daz Deals. Um, and kudos to your Eagles, man. Like, I think it's like, here's the thing. I'll say this. I don't want to beat anybody else but NFC East teams in the playoffs. So I'm 100% okay with you guys being in the playoffs with us. Because I know when the Giants beat the Cowboys in that 07-08 season, man, that was a sweet win. It's one that I've never forgotten as a fan. And to me, those are that game. The game that Sehorn had that interception, that amazing miracle interception against the Eagles, that's a game that I've just never forgotten, man. And so it's always, it's always fun to play against your rivals in the playoffs. Geez, that's the game that, and speaking of a game that I remember, that one was brutal. See, hey, Pizzle, I'm proud of your Giants after them stinking up this. Yeah, thanks. It's been a hard few years. Uh, you think the starters will play? Hmm. Yeah, so what's funny about that, Kyle, is, I have an ongoing running, thing with Lord Brunson, of course, Philly 500. Well, those guys were telling me earlier in the season, like, "Hey, that Week 18 game ain't gonna mean nothing. We're gonna be resting our starters. Y'all gonna be playing for something." What it's actually the roles have been reversed, and we're probably the ones resting their starters, and you guys are playing for what you think is everything. So, it's kinda funny how, uh, the roles have kinda reversed. NFL is just crazy. Hey, Piz, opening that gym in Tennessee in a month. Awesome. Miss you. Gonna miss you, brother. In my darkest time when I had cancer, you got me through it. Love you, brother, and thank you. Hey, man. Um, I don't take messages like that for granted. Or I have had some people reach out to me and say that I've helped them, and it's hard for me to believe that. But I'm glad that you got through your cancer, and I wish you nothing but success, and just keep living that 60-minute man lifestyle, man. Love it, absolutely love it. I draw inspiration from the Giants and try to put it into my everyday life. I look at these last several years, and you think about the franchise and the we could have just said fuck it, let's don't ever try to be good again, yada yada yada. But they've kept fighting, they've kept trying, and we were at the lowest of the low, right? Number 2 overall pick in the draft, and here we are back in the playoffs again. So it's just it's just great to see. But I'm glad to I'm glad to hear that I made some type of positive impact in your life. That's really awesome. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? Uh, let's see here. Jacob also says, "Do you think Coach?" I think he's definitely in the running. I think he's definitely in the running. What's up, Big Blue for life? Yep, Immortal. Daniel Jones is on fire. hmm Should the Giants resign Dan? Yeah, I mean, I think they both earn a contract. To me, Daniel Jones is more of a priority than Barkley. It's funny because I've heard some content creators say, like, I have to see what the numbers are on Daniel Jones before I commit to that. And for me, it's vice versa. It's like Daniel is going to get what Daniel probably deserves. And Barkley, it's like, I got to see what the numbers are. Um, but that's not to say that I don't want Barkley to come back. It's just um, I don't think we should overpay for Barkley. Is kind of what I'm thinking. We're not resting our starters. We need the momentum. I could see that. Yeah, I did not realize the line had already been set to 13. So that's it. That is interesting. Um, quitting is not the word. It's more so just quitting and retiring are two different words. Um, it's just time for me to take a step back. Is what it is. I think it's just time. You can't do everything forever. Um, I want people to stay subscribed because at some point, I will, I may make my um return, but I've always believed that if you start a season, you should finish it with your content all the way through. So people that would make content in the past I was subscribed to, and I'd say, oh, I want to see him, I want to see that person and what they got to say every year or every week, and then they would stop, maybe halfway through, maybe they weren't getting the subscribers or the viewers that they wanted or whatever. And then I would always be disappointed because then something would happen with the team, and I'd be like, oh, I wonder what they think, but they're not there. And so for me, I think it's right to finish what you started. And it's a 60-minute mindset, and so for me, I can't, I'm not gonna, you know, you make all the content, you put it out there, and, um, obviously, when I first joined YouTube, there was just not there was not hardly any giant content creators, nothing, and so, even though I didn't feel like I was the best fit, due to my accent and, my way of life, I just felt like they just needed somebody on here representing them or saying something for them. And, so I did, and now, um, fast forward now, 16 years later, 2023, there's a lot of giant content creators out there, and so there's a lot for you guys to pick from and choose from and listen to, and honestly, judging by, their view counts and, the what you guys give them in super chats, you obviously like those people, and so you like those guys or girls and guys. So, um, so I'm just glad that the Giants have content creators now, um, unlike they did 16 years ago. So that's really to me I've always believed that the Giants, I've been hard on giant content creators because I feel like they're, if there's going to be content creators for the Giants, they should be the best. And because I think it's the best team, the best organization, the best everything. And you may not agree with that. You may think the Eagles are the Cowboy, whatever, but like that's how I view it. So of course I'm going to be biased. So, and I think there are a lot of giant content creators that do a good job. So, it's not like there's not any out there for you guys to consume. Let's see. Did you hear DJ gave the guys the post game video or the posts? Yeah. That's like a running I think it's a lot like a running joke for a lot of locker rooms in the NFL trying to get those days off. I mean, everybody wants a day off right from work. And that's another thing too is like it's like you kind of sometimes forget like the NFL is their job. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's work for them. So like there are probably guys in the league that are really good at football who really don't want to play football, but it's how they pay their bills. Like just because they're in the NFL doesn't mean they love football. Favorite Giant Eli or LT. This is probably going to surprise you, but I think it's LT. And I met LT I think it was a year and a half ago. I met LT, and he was everything that I thought he was. And so, uh, because that, I just thought that's great. And I love Eli. I mean, Eli's one of my favorites, but LT planted the seed of my Giants fandom. And Eli was one of the players that put a lot of water on that plant to help it grow into what it is now. But LT is what planted the seed. I mean, I've often said that when I was growing up, a lot of my friends or kids that I grew up with, everyone had their favorite athlete, Michael Jordan, Ken Griffey, um, Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, all these different types that LT was my guy. Like that was my guy that was he was the dude. He was that guy for me. And I know he's had a lot of off the field stuff, but that's just who I've always I actually really like the movie Any Given Sunday just because of LT. I really do. Let's see here. Yep, Maisie 07. Yep. Yep. What's up, Jackson? My buddy, my man. Not sure what. Let's see. Stu's on the LT. Let's see here. Let's see here. Isaiah Hodgins has been our biggest pickup for sure. Bears traded an early second for Claypool, and Hodges has doubled his production. Absolutely. I've recently said that Joe Shane, I think I said in my post game video that Joe Shane had options of trade and he picked up Hodgins, and it was amazing. It's been amazing. It's like that's the stuff that you start building up a resume and saying, yeah, you're a really good general manager. So that was a great move by him. Let's see. What else? Pizzle, because our fast start, the Eagles are spoiled and disgusted to be 13-3. Eagles will play as many starters as possible next week. I'm sure they will, Tom, because they seem to always be worried about what the Giants are doing. So am I headed? So here's what I'll say, Jackson. I've actually been to Minnesota before and wouldn't mind going, but I got to be honest with you. I think I would go to Minnesota. I think I would, but there's a part of me that wants to roll the dice and see if they play Philly, because that's the one I really want. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be able to do both. There's no way. I couldn't go to both. If the Giants played Minnesota and then we won and then we played Philly next, I couldn't do both. I'd have to pick one. And I think I'd want to roll the dice and go to Philly because I think that would just be more of an experience than Minnesota. I really do. I want to go to hell. That's really what I want to do. I want to go to hell. AJ Sims, Leo most likely will sit. I definitely think there are guys like Xavier McKinney, for example. I don't think there's any point of him playing. Like he clearly was favoring that hand a little bit today. I think he would definitely, but I don't assume that. I mean, they only have so many guys on the roster. So I don't think everybody would just completely sit, but I think there would be some special cases. Like Adoree Jackson's not coming back for that. C. Perry says, "My God, don't rest your starters." I know, Jackson. See, let's see. Afghan said, discovered Pizzle 9/11 2016 after the win over Dallas week 1. Loved the way Pizzle talked about our defense and said, "There's just too much meat." I was hooked right there. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying. I probably did say that, but I don't remember saying it. I don't remember saying it. I've said so much shit that I've forgotten shit that I've said. But it is funny when people remember stuff like that. Robert, Happy New Year's, man. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Yep, Luke. Pizzle, was awesome to see Danny get his flowers and get the standing ovation when he came off the field. He gave me 100% agree, Luke. He deserved that. All the ridicule, all the stuff that he's been going through. He definitely, I felt like he deserved that. And so, it was really great. Let's see, David. I don't want to say your full name because you probably don't want me to say your full name, but David, appreciate the tip. Your comment was being a boss hog. Okay. Jay Don't Eat says Eagles are the best team. We'll see about that. Let's see here. Willie the Champ, Cat Pizzle. Appreciate you and Fist DJ supports. It's been a lot of fun to do the show with Fist this year. And it's been a lot of fun to do the show with Fist. There's a lot of people that reached out to me and told me not to do the show with Fisk. Fisk was trouble. But I have always tried to push the envelope in terms of content that I thought would be good for everybody. And so I've had options before to do content with people, and I felt like some people just wanted to use me, and they weren't being genuine about wanting to work with me. Um, but I can tell you this: Fisk has been uh, a straight up business partner with me. He's been straight with me. He's been good. He's been kind off of the podcast. He's been great. He's just been great. I can't say nothing good, nothing bad about Fisk. I mean, really, I think sometimes he says some things. Some of his takes are a little outlandish and not correct, but that's why I like working with him sometimes because he says some wild ass shit, and I like going back and forth on it. Like it's just good. It's just the other thing too is Fisk actually reminds me of kids that I grew up with, kids that I used to play on the playground with, um, kids that I used to fight over girls with and shit like that. And so um it's just it's there's just I just feel like it works. I gotta get ready to close up this stream here. Look, Pizzle, we love you. YouTube will not be the same without you. Been following you since 2008. Been a good one if that's it. Appreciate it, Dylan. Uh you've also been a follower of my channel for a while. I've seen you comment a lot. And so I do appreciate guys like you over the years. I really do. I really do appreciate you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jay. Keep doing your thing, brother. Uh, Mega, check out Fist Vegas Blue Mega Giants. I do a podcast with Fisk, and I bet on this next Wednesday we'll talk a lot about a franchise tag on Barkley and things like that. Um, I'll be honest, I don't really know how I feel about Barkley right now. I'm back and forth on it, but I definitely think he'll get the franchise tag at least 1 year for the Giants. Um, Jeff, you did not like what Kayvon did. Okay. Uh, yeah, I've heard that a lot that I should be a Cowboys fan with that accent. Yeah, unfortunately, I have heard that. I grew up with a lot of friends that were Cowboy fans. Uh, yeah, I Kayvon obviously didn't know. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people need to like just chill. Tony, yep. Space Mountain, love it. Scott Pizzle, you're so good at what you do. As a Cowboys fan, it's sad to see. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I don't think um yeah, I sometimes don't think I'm that good, but you know, I watch some of my old stuff and I just try. That's the biggest thing is I just try to do stuff and some stuff sticks on the wall and I had some people quote my video today and I just say it off the just get rolls off the tip of my tongue and it's like I don't even realize, but like that's it's stuff that people really like. And it's like I didn't even just came to me in a second. Um, it just happens. Uh See, understandable. I don't know what I was saying, but I don't always agree with you, but I respect your opinions. And if that's what you want to do, all power to you. I don't know what you're responding to, but appreciate it. Uh Pizzle, the way I see it with the addition of Dory and X, we can compete with anybody. I don't really care who we play. All I care about is this year's experiences. And that's the biggest thing too, Jacob, is that the Giants need the playoff these a lot of these um they need the experience of a playoff game. Daniel needs that experience. So win, lose or whatever, like We need this experience. This is only going to help us going forward. And if you want to say that next year's the year that we go for the Super Bowl, let's start climbing that ladder now, man. Let me tell you a story one day over a cold one of how you helped the damn Yankee fit. What? Oh, okay. I can there's a lot of there's a lot of New Yorkers in the South now. Yep. God rest his soul. Halen 88 was always fun to battle with him, man. Halen really pushed me as a YouTuber, and he got under my skin a handful of times. And I miss Halen 88, and I know he's up in heaven watching them Cowboys. I know he is. Happy New Year, Ralph. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you supporting my channel all these years, man. You've been great, man. Pizzle, what a perfect way to start the new year. Yep. G Money. Yep. It couldn't ask for a better start to the year, right, man? Let's see here. Did Aziz play today? Couldn't watch the game. I saw Aziz out there, but he didn't make the impact like Kayvon did. I don't have I don't have my stuff monetized on Kel. It's not. I only do the PayPal or Cash App. And so that's just what I do. I don't have it I don't like the super chat feature. I just really don't. And to be quite honest with you, content creators that get super chats they're really screwed because YouTube takes like a major percentage of what they get, and it's really just like you're giving a lot of that money up to YouTube, and it's honestly not fair. But I get why that is, but I think that's sometimes why I'm kind of pushed out of the algorithm because I don't fall into what they want me to do. Yes, Aziz was limited today. Nash Graphs is tighten up. You got a big one next week, yeah, man. I mean a big one. Let's see here. What's up, Cop Pizzle 60-minute right hand man? What's up, man? Pizzle, I still rewatch old videos of yours. You brought many laughs over the years here on YouTube. Thanks, man. What's up, Mello? Let's see here. Just kind of going through as fast as I can. Man, I know a lot of people have asked me to do the Madden streams again, and I'm gonna be straight with you. I played this year's Madden. I played it a lot, and I just get so bored with Madden now. I get so bored with it. I get so bored. Madden just bores the fuck out of me, and I don't know if it's because I've just gotten older and what it is, but like I play it and I tell you what really sucks is you play online and if you watch the Madden streams that I did, it's just like you play the same team. Everyone picks the same teams over and over and over, and I got bored with. I just get so bored with it. So I play like 50 to 100 games, and I'm like, I have no interest in playing anymore. It just bores me. Do you eat frog legs? Hell no, I don't eat frog legs. What's up, Sox Arizona? I want to congratulate Sox Arizona. I don't want to put his business out there, but he just recently got engaged, and I know that he's going to be a 60-minute man for his sweetheart. But congratulations to Sox Arizona on your engagement. Really cool to see you take that step up. So marriage is a son of a bitch. It really is. It's a toughie. It's a toughie, but I'm sure you can do it. see here. Let me see here. TTCs were so damn legend. Yes, it was a great time. We had a great time. It was a great time. Happy New Year, Socks. First video I saw of you was 2018. I believe you ranted about people saying stuff about the. Yeah, there's no telling what I was saying. Let's see here. Appreciate you, Jose. Is Fisk still a stripper? I think he is. I've learned a lot about Fisk doing this podcast with him. So he's a wild cat. You know, he is. He's a wild. Appreciate Afghan. I appreciate you supporting it, man, and watching it. Really do. You think all this beef in the Giants content creator space is going to be squashed when the team is riding high? I don't think. I think there always will be beef because people, if they're passionate about something, they're going to always believe that it should be something that it is to be done a certain way. I think Daniel Jones, when Daniel Jones gets his contract, that's going to be debated as well, and it's always going to be debated until Daniel Jones wins the Super Bowl, if that ever happens. That's just the reality of the beast. Is that whatever contract he gets, they're going to debate it. So, appreciate it. Appreciate you and Fist have a fire show. Appreciate it. That's why I do it because I thought it would be good. Thought it would be good. Just promise us you'll be back. We'll see, Scott. We'll see. I kind of want to. I think little baby doll wants to have like a kid's YouTube channel, and I think I want to help her with it. And so I want to give her. She's played second fiddle to me on a lot of my channels, my channel, and she's been an amazing addition to my channel. It might be time for me to play second fiddle to her. So, it just is what it is. Pizzle, are you leaving because Mark was acting like Fat Alpert? No, I don't know. No. It's funny though, because I see people call me Fat Pizzle now, and I'm like, okay. It's what happens when you get married with 2 kids. It's like, what do you expect? Like, I don't know how many. I don't know. Maybe there are some guys out there that get kids or get married, get kids, and lose weight. But fuck, I can tell you right now, it ain't easy. Because how do you feel? And what's your thoughts on Giant fans that wanted to draft a pick over playoffs? Fuck, man, we've been fighting that for years. Oh man, it's just been one of them. Impaired, what's up, brother? It's been a long time coming. It's about time to pull everything together. Big game, truly play 60 minutes. They've been playing 60-minute football lately, man. They really have. Do I miss Eli? I do at times. I really enjoyed rooting for Eli. I really did. Love the Madden streams. I barely played current Maddens. Definitely don't want much people, but when Pizzle plays Madden streams, it was fun. There's no telling. I could do them again. There's no telling, but fuck, they got to make that game more fun, man. I don't even care about winning and losing. It's just I want it to be fun. Pizzle, hey Bubba, can you do me a solid and check to see if I got any warrants? Oh man. What's funny about that is I actually know a guy named Bubba who's been in and out of prison. What's up, Kyler? What's up, buddy? I get this question a lot. Do you hate Cowboys more or the Eagles more? I hate the Cowboys more. But the Eagle, that's why I can go to the link and Eagle fans could talk shit to me and it'd just be whatever. But Cowboy fans talk shit to me. I don't know if I'd make it out of there without getting arrested. So doesn't mean I don't hate the Eagles because I do, but I hate the Cowboys more. Bring anybody on, Jacob. They can all get it. Anybody. Little baby doll, OG whistleblower, best one doing it in the game right now, period. Yeah, it's I'm trying to figure out where I got the whistle idea. I actually think I got the whistle idea from I think I was watching an old episode of Married with Children. I was watching an old episode of Married with Children, and the daughter in that, played by Christina Applegate, was having a phone conversation, and she blew a whistle into the phone, and I just thought it was so funny. I don't know why. I thought it was hilarious, and I was like, you know what? I want to add that to my channel. I want to add that to my channel. What's up, Plague? How you doing, Muddy? See, TCU or Georgia? Probably gonna be Georgia. I talked about Landon already. Couldn't believe what he did today. Amazing. Let's see here. I got to start wrapping this up. Plague. Here's the thing. It's not that I'm not interested. We'll see. I will say this. I think, Plague. I think you're extremely funny. You guys should check out his channel. I think he's very funny. He's got a great radio voice. I don't know if he knows that. I don't know if anyone's ever told him that, but he's got a great radio voice. Does not mean that you're too ugly for TV. I didn't say that, but you got a great radio voice, and he's very funny, and he actually makes YouTube videos very much like the old style of what YouTube used to be. So I'm kind of drawn to that a little bit. Now everything's so professional, and oh, I got to have a green screen and just bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And I always like those natural videos like that. So you guys should definitely check out his channel. But we'll see. We'll see, Plague. We'll see if I can fit you in. Let's see here. I just talked about that, Sean. I could go to Minnesota, but I can't go to Minnesota and Philly. And so what I'm thinking is, I say Minnesota because that's who we play for. What I'm thinking is I want to roll the dice and cross my fingers that we get through Minnesota, and I want to go to Philly versus the Giants playoff game. I want to go to the Link to a playoff game. That's what I desperately want to do. I can't do both. So and to me, I think it would be more fun. I think the experience of going to Philly to watch the Giants play a playoff game would be everything that I would hope it would be. And I know some guys there. I know E-Rock, and I know Lord Brunson, and I think Lord Brunson would be at that game. I know E-Rock would, and I'd love to tailgate with those guys, and I just think it would be the experience that I really want. And so, I've already been kind of working on behind the scenes with a couple guys too, from YouTube about, maybe doing the Philly game. So, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm not saying no on Minnesota just yet, but I really want to go to Philly. I really, 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 really want to go to Philly. It's just I want to go to Philly. I've been to Philly to watch the Giants play, and it was so much fun. I love the shit talk. I love the atmosphere. I craved it, and I have been wanting to go back ever since. And finally, the Giants have got a team worthy of It's so funny because like when your team absolutely fucking sucks, do you really want to put yourself in that scenario of knowing that you're probably gonna lose? Do you really want to put yourself in that scenario of just taking that ass chewing because they don't let you walk out of that place without letting you hear it? And so now it feels like we actually got a worthy team. I really wanted to go this week 18 game if it meant something, but it doesn't seem like it's going to mean anything for us, for them maybe. Um, but I really want to go to Philly. And honestly, like if it was Dallas, I would do Dallas. Um, I would do Dallas, but I want to go to a rivalry game. Minnesota just doesn't get my juices flowing. Playoff game does, but Minnesota just doesn't do anything for me. Um, but we'll see. But anyways, I'm gonna close this stream out. I went longer than I expected. Um, but again, I just want to thank you guys. This season means so much to me, and um, I just want to thank you guys for supporting my channel and being good subscribers to me. The comments. I think there's never been a time that I've been on YouTube that I've been more liked than I am now. Um, I get comments all the time from Dallas fans, from Philly fans that say, "Hey, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I really like your channel." Um, Dallas fans, or I think I said Philly fans, but Dallas. I just get comments from fans from opposing teams, and they always say they like my channel, and so that always means the world to me when I see that. And of course, I get a lot of Giant fans um, say things and stuff like that, and so I appreciate the love you guys give me, and I'm gonna try really hard these next couple weeks to give you guys some great content. I got some great ideas. We're gonna be messing with both Philly 500 and Mark Holmes this week. So I thought I was done with Mark Holmes for the season, but after today's events, it seems that he's back in the mix. And so we will definitely be doing some fun content with both of those guys today, or not today, but this week. And so I think you guys will really like it. And we have a playoff matchup to get ready for after this week, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. Um, to figure out who we're going to be matching up with. And if it's the 49ers, there's some fun 49er content creators out there who I would love to mix it up with, um, and talk some shit too. And if it's the Vikings, then there's already a little bit of heat there from the previous game we just played with them. So there's a lot of great options, and a dream scenario for me would be have fun this week, play the playoff game, and then uh, get the Eagles in the playoffs. I could not imagine the content that would get made that week. It would just be crazy. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. Um, actually, before I go, Afghan, I want you to know that I am currently working on that. That is in the works. So I am trying to get that done. I'm working really hard on that. I have worked hard on a lot of people that out there, but believe it or not, a lot of the a lot of the content creators do not want to do business with Pizzle. That is just I don't know if they are. I don't think intimidated is the word. I maybe they would feel overwhelmed. I don't know what it is, um, but I have been working. I've been working to get Chuck Knox again. Him and I have a good we've had a good cordial relationship, talking with one another. And so I think it could happen. I think it's all about time, when and where. So anyways, appreciate you guys checking out the live stream. Get ready for this week. Get ready for the next week. We got 2 great weeks. Um uh we got 2 great weeks coming up of content. We're going to be just putting crazy a bunch of videos out. So Think you guys will really like it. Yeah. So get ready, and you guys have a happy new year, and start 2023 off the right way. So we'll be seeing you guys.